waiting gets into your stomach, Captain.
I think an old Korean veteran would be used to that, Mr. Anderson.
Now the war, it's different somehow.
You say he's been here almost every day this week? Feels safe because of the glasses and mustache.
Yeah, I guess so. But he didn't look much different than that picture I spotted in the post office.
It's because you saw through his disguise. More important, you called us. Not everyone would do that. Every police agency in this country is looking for this killer.
It's him, but he's not alone.
Well, that's bad, especially if Lieutenant Edwards can't get Holly out of the car.
Yes, sir. Where's the other guy?
My brother Fred's over there working on a car.
Fill it up.
Yes, sir.
Watch him.
Hey, mister, this car's going flat.
That's all we need.
Hold it, Holly.
A lousy cop.
Get him! Hold it! Papers are making a hero out of that stool Pigeon Anderson.
Yeah, looks like he's going to get himself a medal.
We'll have to pin it on his coffin, because he's going to be dead. I let a mouse like Anderson get away with all this squilling, and I got a whole town full of heroes.
But the cops have got half the department staked out at the Pigeon's house. Max, you can't get near him.
Maybe me and a couple of boys could take care of it for you, Mr. Romney.
A couple of the boys are already taking care of it, Joe. In about a week, Mr. Anderson will be sorry he had a line to talk.
The cops will stick closer, Max.
Cops will have to leave sometime, and 24 hours after they go, they'll be picking up Mr. Anderson with a blot. I don't care if it takes 2 months or 2 years. When I get through with Mr. Anderson, there won't be another shining citizen in this town who'll do any squealing for a long time.
Paul Anderson had recognized public enemy Joe Holly and notified the police. But 1 week later, Anderson was out of business. The hoodlums had retaliated. They had put sawdust in the gas tanks, poured acid over the stock and equipment. Next, a bullet from a passing car. The hoods were determined to kill Paul Anderson in order to show people it wasn't smart to be a hero. So Anderson and his wife were given police protection. The police had to prove that a citizen could do his duty and live to talk about it. But the hoodlums could afford to wait. The police suspected that a man named Max Rami was behind it, but they had no proof. Rami was a man of mystery. As a police officer assigned undercover, it was my job to get to Rami. I went to a club the police believed was owned by Rami. I wanted the attention of Rami's boys, so I played it high, wide, and loud.
What does it take to get a decent drink in this town? It's all the same. Up, down, downtown, it stinks. No dough, no class. Oh, and lousy booze. Look, Buster, this is your last chance. Either you put some liquor in this or you're going to be snuggling up to those bottles back there. This is the worst hick town I've ever seen.
Lord, Martha, knock it off.
Now, take it easy, honey. He's paying his way. Let him live a little.
What are you trying to do? Burn my guts out? Put some water in.
Now, please, oh, don't get mad. You know what happens when you get mad?
You go have another drink. I gotta go back to the office before I break that guy into pieces.
Hello, baby. You know, you're the best-looking thing I've seen in this town. Let's dance.
My boyfriend is big and tough and ready to chew you up.
Oh, you figure I'm a lover, not a fighter, huh?
You won't be either one. That is not padding at Joe's shoulders, you know. That's nothing.
Yeah, he's got a lot in his head, too, I'll bet. Oh, how do you like that? Just when we're getting to know each other, the music stuff. You know, I'll lay you 20 to 1. That piano player only knows one song.
Look, honey, let's get off this floor, will you? I'm not kidding. Max Romy pays Joe for his mustache, not his brain.
Hey, Max Rami. That's the name I've been trying to think of. Say, Joey boy, I understand you can help me.
I'll help you sink in the river.
Your girlfriend here says that you work for the big noise in this hick town, Max Rami.
You're the big noise in this town. Now, look, I'm only going to tell you once. Keep your loud mouth shut or I'm going to mop up this place with your face.
Well, I was right, baby. All the muscles in his head.
Why, you punk, you...
That's all right, folks. We're friends. Well, there's a guy with no sense of humor, baby.
Well, he's stuffed too loud with a mouth full of knuckles.
Well, there's a trick to it.
You know a lot of tricks?
One for every day of the year, baby.
You're gonna need them.
Hey, Buster.
Why don't I take you out of here before you get hurt?
I like the music here, baby.
I can give you music, like a lot of records, on the hi-fi,
Love song?
then turn the lights low.
Out?
Or else can I really enjoy music?
Naturally.
You know something? You're a real crazy lovebird, Johnny.
You share a nest with anyone, baby?
Oh, now, don't let a little thing like that worry you. I live alone.
Crazy? Which way south?
225 Castle Drive, apartment 4.
Good.
Well, here is to a fast trip. South. Soon. Very soon.
Well, you've done it again.
All night long, he's been bugging me and everybody else. We got no flash, lousy booze. It's a lousy town.
All right. Why did he ask about Ron?
He didn't say.
What did he say?
Only what I told you.
The guy shooting off that much mouth isn't good for Rami. And Rami won't like it.
He doesn't have to be around that long, Mike.
You're right, he doesn't. But you're not going to do it alone.
I don't need any help.
You could have used some help out there. All right, come on. You and I are going to take care of Mr. Loudmouth in the old-fashioned way. Loudmouth is careless.
No, let's make it nice and clean.
Wait a minute. I get the first shot, because I hate guys that are careless. And I hate guys who hate guys who are careless. And don't even breathe fast, or I'll nail you to the wall. Quit bluffing, Loudmouth. We found your iron. Yeah, and this is a pipe stem that shoots 30-30s. Now, drop the toys. Drop it. Now, turn around, close, one behind the other. Go ahead, Joe. I'll save a bullet this way. Let it out, Joe. Be a hero in your own time. Guys like you, no wonder the guy who ratted on Holly is still flying. That pigeon isn't your problem. That's where you're wrong. I'm making it my problem. And I got a lot of reasons, personal reasons. And you got plenty of reasons to take the first plane out of here. You pass the word to Rami. I'm the guy who's knocking off Anderson. And I don't want any of his cheap gunsels lousing me up. Rami? Who's Rami? You know and I know. We don't know a thing. You do now. I just told you. And I expect Rami to know it, too. Now, you got the message. Deliver it.
We just can't keep this up, Fred. Fred?
How long?
Oh, just a little more patience.
Patience. With the police living in and out of the house?
Well, that's for our protection.
There's no more gas station. The children can't go to school, and I'm like a freak between two bodyguards just to go shopping.
It's your move, darling.
Yes, to my brother's farm in Nebraska. It's the only move that makes any sense. Listen, Fred, we've got to get away from here and go to my brother's place.
We can't go. It's too dangerous. We've got to wait.
How long? A year? Can we live like this for a year?
It won't be that long, but we've got to stay. The police are trying to help us. We owe it to them.
It's their job to catch criminals, not yours.
It's everybody's job, darling.
Not if it jeopardizes your family.
Well, you do care about the people criminals are robbing and killing every day.
No, I don't. I care about our children, about us.
Well, that's why I did it. For my wife, for my children.
I can't say very much more to this, darling. I'm sorry, but I just can't.
Well, you won't have to. I'm certain.
How can you be certain? Nobody could be.
Louise, please.
Those murderers, they'll outwait the police. They will. I know they will.
Every policeman in the city was alert, waiting for a move that didn't come. I had to flush Rami out into the open. The Andersons had to be made to believe that even the lives of the police weren't safe. It was a grandstand play, but after I pulled it, I knew Rami would want to see me.
There must be an easier way to flush out Rami.
I'd be willing to listen, Edwards.
I still say it seemed too risky to me, Captain.
Any plan is risky when you're dealing with a hood like Rami.
It seems like such a big grandstand play, if you don't mind my saying so.
Did you ever see a tightrope walker at the circus, Lieutenant?
Yeah?
He leaped and bounced across it until he made you cheer for him, didn't he? He controlled you.
Well, yes, sir.
That's grandstanding, Lieutenant. With an undercover man, it's no different. He's got to play it high, wide, and daring. Because if the hoods control him, he winds up dangling at the end of his own tightrope. So we've just got to sit tight. His next move in the plan is the big one.
That's the one that worries me. He could slip. He's only human.
Then, Lieutenant, you'd be one step closer to Captain. Let's go.
This was the grandstand play. In 1 minute, Captain Martin would be coming out of the Andersons' house, and he knew that he would be a target for my bullet.
Believe me, Mrs. Anderson, it won't be much longer.
Don't bother to say that anymore, Captain.
I'm sorry. Lieutenant. You're not captain yet. Thanks anyway. Hold on. Hold the area.
They'll kill us! They'll kill us! I'm going to take my children and leave it. You can't stop me. Nobody can stop me. They can't protect me. They can't.
Shot. It was meant for Louise or me.
No, Mr. Anderson. Through a telescopic sight, he could see exactly who he was shooting at.
Well, what about tomorrow or the next day? It could be Louise or even my kids.
It's a wild chance. They won't try it again.
Yes, I think they will. Louise is right. We've got to leave.
It's just what they want you to do. Don't you see?
Yes, I see. I see a wanted criminal. I see my duty, and I report it.
Appreciate it.
I see my wife, my kids, and me trapped in my own house, and I feel like a criminal. You tell people to report these things. Why, so they can get themselves murdered? What about all that protection we're supposed to get? Well, it's out here, Captain. A murderer with a rifle, protecting other murderers.
Mr. Anderson, we're doing everything we can do.
Well, it's not enough, Captain. I've made up my mind. We're going to Nebraska. My brother-in-law owns a farm there.
You can't use the regular transportation lines. They'll be watched.
Well, then we'll drive. I want to continue to cooperate, but well, after all that's happened, I feel that's impossible now.
Mr. Anderson, we can't force you to stay. But do one more thing for me. Let me work on a plan to get you out of here, a safe plan.
All right. Work on a plan. But I want to get one thing clear. We won't wait longer than 24 hours.
Well, hello, lovebird.
I'm from the Nest Inspector's office.
I never get any complaints. I think you'll find this one well built.
Well, it looks like it from here, but then you never know.
Now, how does it look from here?
I see you have central heating.
Only when someone starts a fire. Drink?
Well, baby, that might put out the fire.
Not this one, lovebird. You started a blaze. You said you liked music. You found a crazy new piano album near the hi-fi.
Well, I'm afraid I like lovebirds better, baby.
Why?
Feathers are softer than piano. Throw the weights out or you get a hole in your head. Now the Bobbsey twins can come out and join us.
Johnny, they make me do it.
Hold it, baby, or you'll make me do it.
Take it easy, pal. We weren't sent here to rack you up.
Yeah, I know. You're nest inspectors, too. Rami. Max Rami. He wants to see you. So you do know Max Rami. I figured he'd get around to wanting to see me. Where is he?
He's waiting for you right now.
Don't bother. I'll clean up. Oh, and baby, unless you want your wings clipped, don't leave this nest. Take me to your leader.
Lousy punk. Right under my nose. In my own town, he takes the play away from me. Dumb, maybe, but it took guts, imagination, and you pitch cards. Come in.
This is only because I don't trust you.
What have I got, a nursery school?
Nursery school, that's good. These boys couldn't even move in on those.
All right, Mr. Rooster. What do you want?
All right, you over there. I sent you word to stop your boys from crapping my style, or you're going to be operating short-handed.
What do you want?
I don't like stoolies, Rami, especially the home cooking type. I came to this town to meet Jake Holly on business, $100,000 business, and I don't like losing $100,000, and I don't like losing a friend. So I'm going to get the rat who squealed on Jake Holly, my friend.
I run this town my way. There's no room for any punks like you. After that stunt today, the cops will never dump the Pigeon. You set me back a month.
I'll guarantee you the Pigeon will fly the coop before morning. That is, if you can keep these dum-dums out of my way.
Dum-dums? I'll make a dum-dum out of you.
You're going to learn one of these days, Joey boy.
Knock it off. Okay, go ahead.
Now, why do you think I pumped that shot at the cop?
Because you want to be a big man.
Now, to show the stoolie that even the cops need protection, and the only thing for him to do is run.
Cops won't let him.
Cops won't be able to stop him.
Great. He'll be doing me a favor. I got the buses, trains, and airport covered.
There's another little invention, the automobile.
Oh, sure. He'll be driving right down the highway just for me.
Forget it, laughing boy. I'll handle it myself. Just so you don't get any ideas about changing my mind.
Wait a minute, Rooster.
We're staying off the highways. Once Rami's convinced we're taking out the back road, he'll make his move.
It won't work. I know it won't work, and I won't listen anymore. We're leaving. Whatever you do, Captain, you'll do without us.
It's only for another day, Mrs. Anderson. Please.
Yes, and it could be the last one for us.
There's the back road. I drove it today. They're going to have to slow down right here, and there's plenty of brush on both sides.
You could pump a ton of lead easy.
Too easy. How are you so sure the cops are going to move like this, Rooster?
That's the only way they can move. They've got to know that you've got everything else staked out.
Sounds kind of shaky, Max. Our way is longer, but we're sure.
Sure, you're sure, and the cops want you to think you're sure, and while you're thinking, they'll pull out the Pigeon.
We can't be certain whether the house is being watched. You and your family will be driven away in a police car to a point about 2 miles from here.
Louise?
I don't know. I'm so frightened.
I don't understand, Captain. If you're sure this Max Rami is the right man, why don't you just go out and arrest him?
It's not as easy as that, Mr. Anderson. We're convinced that Rami intends to kill you. But a man can't be convicted on his intentions. He has to be caught in the act.
Hey, Rooster. Maybe we can blast us a carload of cops, too.
Yeah, you're a genius.
That's experience, buddy. When you get a cop in your sight, blast. That way, pretty soon, nobody wants to be a cop.
It's time we move.
Relax, Johnny boy. This is my caper. I do it my way. Joey, bring the car around back.
Well, you don't have to go along, Max. I can handle it.
I bought this idea, and I intend to see I get my money's worth.
I knew if Rami thought I didn't want him along, he'd be sure to come. He still had some doubts about my plan, but he had no alternative. He had to chance it. Now the trap was set. Rami and his hoods would ambush the Anderson car. But I still hadn't figured a way to get myself out of the middle. The spot picked for the ambush was a back road cutoff from town that led to the state highway. We waited through the night, and the night faded into dawn. The waiting had Rami edgy. He was getting suspicious. If the timetable was on schedule, right now Captain Martin would be on his way with the Andersons. And a mile up this dirt road, the Andersons would be switched to another car. Then the police would proceed with the second part of the plan. But if the timetable was off, or if any part of the plan failed, this could be a rendezvous with death.
The Andersons? In the other car, Miss Anderson was hard to convince. Everything set? Rami's waiting down the road about a mile. If Rami did have the Anderson house watched, he'll know we're on the way. Take the Andersons back to my office. What if Rami decides to fight it out? It's his decision. But the tightroper, he's in the middle, too. We don't know what he looks like. He contacted us only by phone. He knew all that before he set this trap, Lieutenant. Give us 15 minutes, then pull out. Let's go.
I don't usually come on these parties, Johnny boy. This time I got a feeling I made a bad investment.
Well, it happens to all businessmen sooner or later.
Yeah, but it makes you start thinking about why you did it. And I've been thinking.
Oh, that's good.
I was thinking that maybe the police aren't thinking like you said.
Now, that's bad.
I was thinking that maybe this stunt was set up to pull me off the track so the Pigeon could fly in another direction. I was also thinking that you're a boy with a lot of imagination and ambition. You could have tipped the cops off to get me, so you could become the big man in this town.
There's only one thing that stops your way of thinking from being good. Well, there they come now.
I'll shoot first, then we pour it in. You get down here. The investment hasn't paid off yet.
Hold it, you're all covered.
Here's your payoff, you.
Let's take care of these other men. It's all over now, Mrs. Anderson. You know the nightmare you've been living, but there's nothing to worry about anymore. You can live in this town without fear of anything or anybody.
I'm sorry I made it so difficult, Captain, but I was so frightened.
We know. Unfortunately, so do the hoodlums. Fear is their strongest wall of protection. This battle we won today weakened that wall. And every policeman is grateful to you.
Sitting in that car this morning, I realized how selfish my fears had made me. I thought of you and your policemen risking your lives to protect us, people you didn't even know. And when I prayed for all of you, too.
A battle was won today, not the war. It goes on every day. Law against outlaw, hunter against hunted, and I was all of it. Both sides took their shots at me as I bounced, jumped, and ran on the tightrope. But I had something on my side, too. Prayer makes the rope strong, holds it steady. It's the extra balance you need to get to the other side. Prayer takes the loneliness out of alone. Thank you for your prayer, Mrs. Anderson.